You criticize yourself more than anyone else ever could. When you make a mistake, you don't just notice it, you replay it, you analyze it. You punish yourself for it. Why did I say that? Why can't I get it right? What's wrong with me? That voice in your head never takes a break. It whispers that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. And here's the painful truth. If anyone else spoke to you the way you speak to yourself, you would walk away. But you can't walk away from your own mind. Buddha understood this over 2,500 years ago. He taught, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Yet most people give love freely to others while starving themselves of the same kindness. In this video, I want to share a story that might change how you see yourself, and 3 Buddhist teachings that will help you finally stop being your own worst enemy. If you've ever felt like you're too hard on yourself, stay with me, because the person who needs your compassion the most is you. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you said something kind to yourself? Not to someone else, to yourself. For most people, the answer is, I can't remember. We live in a world that celebrates self-criticism. We call it high standards. We call it motivation. We call it pushing yourself. But research tells a different story. Studies from the University of Texas found that self-criticism activates the brain's threat system. It floods your body with cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this leads to anxiety, depression, and burnout. In other words, the voice you think is helping you improve is actually destroying you from the inside. Buddhism calls this the second arrow. When something painful happens, that's the first arrow. You can't control it, but then you shoot yourself with the second arrow. Blame, shame, self-hatred. And that second arrow hurts far more than the first. So today, I want to teach you how to put down the bow. Let me tell you about a woman named Grace. Grace was the kind of person everyone admired. Successful career, beautiful family, always helping others. But inside, she was drowning. Every night, she would lie awake replaying her mistakes. A comment she made at work that sounded stupid. A moment when she lost patience with her children. A time she didn't call her mother when she should have. She kept a mental list of all her failures, and she reviewed it every single day. Her inner voice was brutal. You're a fraud. You don't deserve this life. Everyone will find out you're not good enough. She pushed herself harder, worked longer hours, tried to be perfect. But the more she achieved, the worse she felt, because no achievement could ever silence that voice. One day, Grace collapsed at work. The doctor said it was exhaustion, but Grace knew it was more than that. Her body had finally given up on carrying the weight of her own judgment. In the hospital, a friend gave her a book about Buddhist teachings. She opened it to a random page and read, "If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete." She read it again, and something inside her cracked open. She realized she had spent her entire life being kind to everyone, except herself. She gave others patience, but gave herself pressure. She gave others forgiveness, but gave herself punishment. She gave others love, but gave herself only criticism. That day, Grace made a decision. She would learn to treat herself like she treated the people she loved. It didn't happen overnight, but slowly, she began to change the way she spoke to herself. When she made a mistake, instead of attacking herself, She would pause. She would ask, "What would I say to my best friend right now?" And then she would say those words to herself. "It's okay. You're human. You're doing your best." At first, it felt fake, uncomfortable, even wrong. But over time, something shifted. The voice got quieter. The weight got lighter. And Grace discovered something she had never known before: peace. Not because she became perfect, but because she finally stopped demanding perfection from herself. This brings us to the first teaching. Your inner critic is not your enemy. It's a scared child trying to protect you. Let me explain. That voice that criticizes you didn't appear out of nowhere. It was created when you were young. Maybe a parent said you weren't trying hard enough. Maybe a teacher made you feel stupid. Maybe you learned that love was conditional, that you had to earn it by being perfect. And so a part of you decided, "I will criticize myself before anyone else can." It was a survival strategy. If you beat yourself up first, other people's criticism wouldn't hurt as much. If you stayed small and humble, maybe you wouldn't be rejected. That inner critic was trying to keep you safe. But here's the problem. You're not a child anymore. You don't need that protection anymore. The voice that once kept you safe is now keeping you trapped. Buddhism teaches that we must meet all parts of ourselves with compassion, even the parts we don't like. So instead of fighting your inner critic, try this. When that voice appears, don't argue with it. Don't hate it. Simply say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm okay now. I can take care of myself." This is not weakness. This is wisdom, because you cannot heal what you refuse to accept. Now, let's go deeper. The second teaching, true self-compassion, is not self-pity. Many people resist being kind to themselves because they think it means being weak. They think, if I stop criticizing myself, I'll become lazy. I'll stop improving. I'll lose my edge. But Buddha taught something different. He spoke of Karuna, which means compassion. And this compassion is not soft or passive. It's fierce. It's brave. It's the courage to face your pain without running away. Self-compassion doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes. It means acknowledging them without destroying yourself in the process. Think of it this way. Imagine a child learning to walk. She falls down again and again. Do you scream at her? Do you call her a failure? Do you tell her she'll never be good enough? Of course not. You help her up. You encourage her. You say, "Try again. You're doing great." And because of that kindness, she keeps trying. And eventually, she walks. This is what self-compassion does. It doesn't lower your standards. It gives you the safety to keep growing. Research by Dr. Kristen Neff at the University of Texas confirms this. People who practice self-compassion are actually more motivated, more resilient, and more successful. Not despite being kind to themselves, because of it. When you're not afraid of your own judgment, you take more risks. You try new things. You bounce back faster from failure, because you know that even if you fall, you won't abandon yourself. That's not weakness. That's the ultimate strength. Now here's the third teaching, and perhaps the most profound. You are not your thoughts. Buddhism teaches the concept of anatta, or non-self. It means that the voice in your head, the one that criticizes and judges, is not who you really are. It's just a voice, a pattern, a habit. You are the awareness that hears the voice. You are the space in which thoughts arise and pass. And that space is already whole, already worthy, already enough. Think about the sky. Clouds pass through it. Some dark, some light, some stormy, some peaceful. But the sky itself is never damaged by the clouds. It remains vast, open, unchanging. Your true nature is like that sky. Thoughts of self-criticism are just clouds passing through. They feel real. They feel heavy, but they are not you. And when you realize this, something remarkable happens. You stop identifying with the criticism. You observe it. You let it pass. And you return to the peace that was always there. This is the deepest freedom. Not freedom from difficult thoughts, but freedom from believing they define you. Here's your practice. Every morning, before the world rushes in, take 3 minutes. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth. Feel the beating. Feel the life within you. And say these words slowly. May I be kind to myself. May I accept myself as I am. May I give myself the love I so freely give to others. At first, it might feel strange. You might not believe the words. That's okay. Say them anyway. Because you are planting seeds. And with time, those seeds will grow into something beautiful. A new voice will emerge. Softer, kinder, truer. Not a voice that ignores your flaws, but one that holds them with grace. Not a voice that demands perfection, but one that celebrates progress. And slowly, the war inside you will end. Not because you won, but because you finally stopped fighting yourself. So let's remember the 3 teachings. Number 1, your inner critic was trying to protect you. Thank it, but let it know you're safe now. You don't need that protection anymore. Number 2, self-compassion is not weakness. It's the foundation of true growth. Kindness doesn't make you soft. It makes you strong. Number 3, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. And that awareness is already whole, already worthy, already enough. Grace learned these lessons in a hospital bed, but you don't have to wait for a breakdown to begin. You can start today, right now, with one kind word to yourself. Buddha said, you could search the whole world and never find anyone more deserving of your love than yourself. So stop searching outside. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you you're enough. Stop punishing yourself for being human. The kindness you've been seeking has been inside you all along. You just forgot to give it to yourself. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to Peaceful Mind Teachings. We share Buddhist wisdom that helps you find peace in a noisy world. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. And leave a comment below. What's one kind thing you'll say to yourself today? Thank you for being here. Be gentle with yourself. You deserve it.